Hello there. My name is Alisha Shedi bin Muhammad Sofi, and I will talk about you guys about Japan. Okay, so Japan is an island country located in the East Asia, consisting 6,000 islands. Most of its activities are concentrated on these four main islands, which is Honshu, Hokkaido, Kyushu, and Shikoku. Uh, Although Japan is one of the largest economies, only about 20% of its land is suitable for agriculture and industrial development. Because of this, Japan depends heavily on international trade by importing raw materials and turning them into a high quality products such as automobiles, electronics, robotics, and precision machinery. That's it.
Oh, now moving on to the Japan economic system. Alright, so Japan operates under a mixed economic system which combines free market competition with government intervention. So business mainly relies on supply and demand to determine the price of production, while the government supports the economy through policies, investment in public infrastructures, and funding for research and development. In addition, this balance between private enterprise and the government support has helped Japan maintain a strong, stable, and globally competitive economy.
Oh, hi. My name is Irshad. I will explain about Section 3, demand and supply analysis. First, let's look at the price factor in 2026. When the market price increased from 17,000 yen to 18,000 yen due to the high retail valuation, the quantity demands dropped from 25,000 pairs to 24,200 pairs. This perfectly illustrates the law of demand. As the price increase, the quantity demand decrease. Okay, let's go. Now, for the non-price factor, demand shifted upward to the right because growing preferences for retro fashion and massive surge in inbound to the Tokyo and Osaka. On the supply side, however, rising cost of local labor and service manufacturing labor shortage shifted the supply leftward, reducing overall market availability. Okay, this brings us to the market equilibrium. While the market force pushed the equilibrium price from 17,000 to the 18,000 yen, implementing a price ceiling at 16,500 yen to keep a lifetime goods and affordable creates a major issue. At this point of price, the quantity demanded down to 26,000 pairs, but the supply drops to 24,300 pairs. This causing a shortage of 1,700 pairs. This deficits inevitably fuel the resale black market and scalping. That's it.
Okay, hello there. Then hello everyone. My name is Muhammad Nidal and I'll be presenting on the fourth topic in this video presentation. Then it will be the elasticities of the supply and demand for the Japanese for Onitsuka Tiger in the Japanese market. This section analyzes how sensitive consumers and production lines are to changes in prices, income, and competing brands. Okay.
Hey, hello. So the first topic is the price elasticity of demand. Onitsuka Tiger faces highly elastic demand in Japan with a calculated coefficient of 1.84. For example, when global costs push the price of the Mexico 66 model from 450 ringgit to 520 ringgit, monthly demand plummets from 700 to 500 pairs. This proves that raising prices aggressively will backfire and causes total revenue to shrink.
Whew. So the next is the second topic, which is the price elasticity of supply. In the short run, supply is highly inelastic at just 0.51. because the premium Nippon-made lines require slow, meticulous hand stitching. Output cannot easily adapt to sudden price surges. However, in the long run, supply becomes elastic as ASICs expands factories.
Eh?
Ah. So the third and fourth topic is to outline the market impacts. Because consumers have zero switching costs to close substitutes like Nike or Adidas, and view premium sneakers as a discretionary luxury. Onitsuka Tiger strictly avoids price wars. Instead, they focus on non-price competition like exclusive designer collaboration. So the final topic is, it gives us a real world example. When the Japanese yen recently weakened, it triggered a massive shopping surge from international tourists. Because short run supply is rigid, popular sizes sold out instantly, perfectly demonstrating elastic tourist demand clashing with inelastic factory population.
Hi, my name is Farhan Mukri. So today I will talk about Japan consumer behavior in 2026. So right now, due to 2 to 3% inflation rate, Japanese families are practicing smart frugality. So they cut down on daily expenses, but they are still willing to buy premium goods if it gives them emotional satisfaction, like the local brand on its category. So, looking at the generation, older generation focus heavily on product reliability and have strong loyalty to local brand. For the younger generation, are very digital first. They rely on online review like YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram before buying anything. For the millennial, uh, they look for cost effectiveness, while Gen Z care more about authenticity rather than just famous brand names. Okay, next, let's talk about how they maximize satisfaction using the law of diminishing marginal utility. For example, a consumer gets the highest joy when they buying their first pair of Onitsuka Tiger shoes. But if they buy a second or third pair, the extra satisfaction or marginal utility will be dropped. So they will stop buying when the satisfaction no longer match the price. Now look at this graph. During inflation, because prices are rising, consumers have less purchasing power. This causes the demand curve to shift left from D0 to D1. So the meaning is the quantity demanded will be dropped. However, because of strong brand loyalty, many Japanese buyers still support Onitsuka Tiger because its quality and identity outweigh the economic cost. For the last one, how do they face substitute product like Nike, Adidas, and Puma? So, economically, when Onitsuka Tiger price goes up, consumers should switch to this cheaper alternative. But in reality, loyal Japanese consumers, especially the young, still choose Onitsuka Tiger. But why? I think because the brand represents culture authenticity, minimalist design, and national identity. For them, emotional value and heritage are more important than the price tag.
Oh, hello there. My name is Muhammad Faisal bin Muhammad Zakri. Today I will be explaining about which TV distribution by Onitsuka Tiger. Okay, let's move on to our section. Let's explore the theory of distribution and how which are determined within a perfectly competitive labor market. In this framework, individual firms like Onitsuka Tiger are strictly wage takers, meaning they must accept the prevailing market wage rate set by other industry, supply and demand. Okay, as you can see, we have figure 2 and figure 3 graph. We can see this play out clearly by looking at two distinct types of Onitsuka Tiger manufacturing workforce in Japan. First, for standard assembly line labor art, factories like the Totori facility, regional employment programs can trigger a supply expansion as the labor supply curve shift from supply curve original to supply curve new. The market wage drops to wage one, allowing the firm to scale up production and expand its workforce from labor original to new labor, while keeping mass market cost stable. Second, for premium Nippon-made series artisan, we observe an MRPL demand surge. As luxury streetwear trends grow, the retail price of these handcraft sneakers increase. This price hikes shift the labor demand curve to the right, from MRPL 0 to MRPL 1, prompting the firm to hire more master craftsmen at the fixed market. Okay, finally, as you can see here, in this picture, we have skills, productivity, scarcity, and institutional factors. Finally, why do these wage differences exist within the same brand? First, skills and productivity play a major role. Standard assembly requires basic training, while master artisan takes decades to perfect hand dyeing techniques, fully justifying a premium wage. Second, Japan faced several structural scarcity due to aging population and shrinking workforce, leaving a very inelastic supply of young apprentices. This industry-wide shortage naturally drive equilibrium wage upward. Lastly, institutional elements like regional minimum wage floor act as a legal safeguard for entry-level factory workers.